Anna's forgiveness is met with a calm response as she splashes water on him. Despite being engaged, Benno has been unfaithful with an artist from Anna's company. Realizing he won't gain her forgiveness, Benno quickly changes his attitude, suggesting that their marriage is merely a family alliance and there's no need for fidelity. Anna disdainfully looks at Benno, then sets her sights on the most handsome man at the bar. Since Benno doesn't respect their engagement and wants an open relationship, she decides to play along. Benno watches in anger as Anna passionately kisses another man and storms off. Acting on impulse and after confirming the man is single, Anna spends a fiery and passionate night with him. The next morning, as Jason finishes his morning routine, he finds only cash and a wristwatch left behind by the woman. Reflecting on this, Jason recalls that he has once again become Anna's gigolo, just as it was 5 years ago, used and then discarded. Back then, Anna, drunk and in danger of being molested, was saved by Jason in the nick of time. In her intoxicated state, she forcefully kissed him and, in a bizarre display of morality, paid him. Jason looks at the watch with a wicked smile, thinking to himself, "Since you've fallen into my arms once again, there's no escaping now." Anna is politely asked to return home by her mother, Cora, who presents her with photos of the passionate kiss from the previous night, saying, "If it weren't for me, these photos would have reached your grandmother by now." Cora tries to persuade Anna to marry Benno soon, telling her that only with Benno's financial support can she have a say in the family and compete with her illegitimate half-brother for the inheritance. However, Anna has no intention of complying. She assures her mother, "I don't need to rely on Benno. I will make the company successful through my own abilities and earn my grandmother's genuine respect." Anna receives a project discussion invitation from the richest man in Port City. When she arrives at the restaurant on time, she discovers that the richest man is none other than the man from her one-night stand. Pretending not to recognize him, Anna focuses on discussing investment matters. However, Jason is captivated by her presence the moment he sees her. Their secretaries, sensing the unusual atmosphere between their bosses, tactfully excuse themselves. With a stern expression, Anna declares, "Let's just forget what happened last night." She tries to establish boundaries between them, but Jason has no intention of letting go easily. As he approaches her, Anna angrily splashes a glass of water on him. She will not sell her body to secure a project, and although they have slept together, Anna initially thought of him as nothing more than a well-built, high-class gigolo. Anna's company was planning to produce an international blockbuster, but Benno, not wanting her to succeed, announced as the largest investor that he would withdraw his funding, causing her deal with the advertisers to fail. Amidst the uproar, Anna unexpectedly dropped a bombshell. She publicly revealed that the richest man in Port City had intended to invest, and as evidence, she even posted an intimate photo with the boss. Shrewd advertisers, recognizing Anna's ruthlessness, lined up to invest in her film. This scene happened to be witnessed by Jason, who had intended to come to her rescue but realized Anna had effortlessly resolved the crisis without needing his rescue at all. Determined to discuss investment with Jason again, Anna went to his club where they were playing poker. Boldly, she proposed a bet. If she won, he would invest in her. If she lost, she would be his. Jason took the bait immediately, and the game began. As Anna demonstrated her impressive poker skills, her former fiancé, Benno, burst in, insulting Anna for finding a gigolo and claiming it was the richest man in Port City in an attempt to tarnish her reputation. At that moment, Jason revealed his true identity, shocking Benno, who was foolishly escorted out by the security guards. After several intense rounds of poker, Anna emerged victorious. Upon arriving at Jason's company to sign the contract, Anna was doused with coffee by the actress Bess, who had long harbored a crush on Jason but received no response. Jason sternly warned her to behave, reminding her that he could make her famous or bring her down completely. In an awkward situation, Anna had to change her clothes but was unable to due to a zipper issue and had to ask Jason for help. As the atmosphere between them became subtle, Anna's grandmother Mandy and her brother Ben unexpectedly showed up to cause trouble, accusing Anna of betraying Benno, colluding with Jason, and bringing shame to the family, forcing her to leave the country to quell the scandal. Ben, who had been eyeing the family business, saw an opportunity to eliminate his sister and take over the group. Mandy tried to strike Anna, but Jason intervened to save her. Eventually, Jason settled the dispute with a land deal with Mandy. As Anna tended to Jason's wounds, she couldn't help but curiously ask why his grandmother had suddenly left. Jason gave a sly smile and said, "Give me a kiss and I'll tell you." However, he didn't expect Anna to be so bold. Although he got the kiss he wished for, he still didn't reveal the truth about the land deal. Back at the group, Anna decisively fired the traitor Alex. She had already discovered that it was Alex who had informed Benno, leading to the failure of the advertiser's contract and nearly destroying her career. Faced with Alex's pleas for mercy, Anna showed no leniency. Driven by anger, Alex vowed to take revenge on her. At the same time, Anna also received news that Alex was actually Ben's person. She sneered, "My dear brother, as always, you are so vicious." Kathy, with great satisfaction, announced the establishment of her own studio, believing she had become Benno's lover and had also defeated Anna, showing extreme provocation when facing her. However, she was completely unaware that the contract she signed with Anna was still in Anna's hands. Starting a studio directly? That would mean incurring a breach of contract penalty of $100 million. Anna appeared at a dinner party full of handsome young men, clearly intending to bring new blood into the company. Kathy spotted a well-known director and immediately went over to flatter him, only to be unceremoniously rejected. At this moment, Anna couldn't help teasing, "If drinking a glass of wine can offset $1 million, then for a breach of contract penalty of $100 million, how many glasses would you have to drink?" Unexpectedly, Benno was also at the hotel and, seeing Kathy in a difficult situation, he immediately stepped forward to play the hero. But when Anna said, "Women drink voluntarily," Benno became furious, slapped Kathy, and mistakenly thought she had become Anna's person. Just as Benno was about to teach Anna a lesson, Jason appeared in time to stop him. It turned out that Jason was discussing business with Benno's father, who severely reprimanded his unworthy son. Anna had no intention of listening to the pleas of this father and son. In the end, Benno was sent abroad. Jason carefully escorted Anna home and noticed someone was secretly following her. To ensure her safety, he decided to investigate quietly. Cora began to persuade Anna to consider developing a relationship with Jason, as his wealth and power would make controlling the family group a piece of cake. However, Anna calmly refused her mother's suggestion. She was indeed wavering inside, but Jason's reputation as a playboy made her reluctant to invest easily. She didn't want to get hurt again. The person tracking Anna was Alex. Due to resentment, he disguised himself as a security guard and bribed a waiter to drug Anna's drink at an auction. Anna quickly fell unconscious and was taken to a room. She was nearly in danger, but fortunately, Jason appeared in time and rescued her. The recovering Anna was in a state of high desire and spent another night with Jason. The paparazzi did not disappoint and captured their passionate kiss, which instantly made the headlines. Anna, however, was not panicked and instructed her secretary to issue a statement. The so-called photos were either borrowed position or photoshopped. She would not give Jason any official status. Her heart was as hard as stone when dealing with a playboy. Alex finally couldn't bear it and was preparing to take action. But before he could make a move, Anna took the initiative and easily subdued him. What was even more surprising was that Anna not only subdued Alex but also turned him around, making him continue to work for Ben and become her own insider. At the press conference, the star Bess, who was originally announced to appear in the movie, announced a strike. Just when Anna was in trouble, her childhood friend Tony arrived at the scene. He is a well-known movie emperor, and in front of many reporters, he announced that he would appear in a movie produced by Anna's company. Anna, seated at the main table with Tony and Jason on either side, found herself besieged by their competing displays of attentiveness and care, as if in a contest to win her favor. Unable to bear it any longer, she made an excuse to leave the venue. She encountered Bess exiting a man's room, a sight that made her wonder if Bess had been swayed by malicious gossip to refuse her movie role. Anna decided to talk to Bess, but Bess outright rejected any cooperation and treated her as a rival. Having endured enough, Anna could no longer tolerate Bess's behavior, which had nearly caused her significant losses. Anna gave Bess a stern lesson and returned to the private room, coolly telling Jason, personal feelings should not interfere with cooperation. Then she turned and left with Tony. Jason, in anger, announced that Bess would be shelved, canceling all her endorsements, TV shows, and movies before leaving. The man Bess had just met was Ben, who had promised to cover her breach of contract penalty. Indeed, Ben's intention was to sabotage Anna's project. Tony and his mother took Anna shopping, which made Jason jealous, leading him to spoil her shopping experience on purpose. Tony's mother tried to play matchmaker, but Anna declined. She told Tony privately, "I've already rejected you before, and it's still impossible now." Mandy called Anna back to the group because Ben had complained to her grandmother, claiming Anna had offended him. The biased grandmother immediately put Anna under house arrest. Suffering from claustrophobia, Anna was plunged into memories of her childhood punishments. Unable to reach Anna, her secretary sought Jason's help. Jason burst into the dark room and rescued her. Realizing her feelings for Jason, Anna wondered if she could let her guard down and trust this man. As she was helping Jason apply a band-aid, they nearly kissed, but Cora's arrival interrupted the budding moment. Benno had been sent abroad, leaving his lover Kathy in the country. However, her glory days were over, as she was reduced to a cleaner at the bottom of the group. Resentful towards Anna, Kathy kidnapped her, threatening to jump off a building together. At the critical moment, Jason arrived and saved Anna but was unfortunately injured in the process. Anna once again tended to his wounds. Believing that Jason had been injured ever since they became involved, Anna decided to keep her distance from him. One day, Tony and Jason competed in a drinking contest, both ending up drunk, but only Jason received Anna's care throughout the night. Jason was not content and directly confronted Anna, demanding a formal status. However, Anna firmly refused, emphasizing that they were nothing more than business partners. Anna's conflicted feelings stemmed from the dangers surrounding her, with many people wanting to harm her. She didn't want her emotions to involve Jason, fearing he would fall into trouble because of her. Jason was truly angered this time and left. Anna decided to focus on her career and asked her secretary to arrange a male model for her. However, when the model held her, Anna could only think of Jason. Despite her secretary arranging more handsome men, she found herself uninterested in them. Anna's film launch ceremony was sabotaged by Ben and his crew, who even accused her of plagiarism regarding the script. With a projected return of $1 billion, Ben was deliberately trying to thwart Anna's efforts to film. In a fit of anger, Anna punched Ben. Since the film couldn't proceed, she decided to acquire other companies to make money. However, the owner of one such company was unwilling to sell, likely trying to inflate the price. Clever Anna took compromising photos of him with his secretary and used them as leverage, ultimately acquiring the company at a low price. After a night of heavy drinking, Anna was brought home by Jason. In her drunken state, she teased Jason, calling him a male model. Jason responded with a passionate kiss, but his subsequent domineering declaration angered Anna, prompting her to teach him a lesson. Anna prepared a drugged drink and dressed seductively, successfully luring Jason in. When Jason woke up, he found himself tied up. Anna then playfully drew a turtle on his face. The Cold War between them ended, and they seemed to reconcile. However, their sweet moment was interrupted by news from Anna's secretary. The story of Anna seeking a male model had made headlines. Tony approached Anna, suggesting that if they announced their engagement, public opinion would naturally dissipate. But Anna was reluctant, knowing it would complicate her future interactions with Tony. Furious, Tony left. Anna then decided to make Jason her boyfriend, but insisted on a contract stipulating they would break up after a year. Jason agreed to this seemingly unfair arrangement, believing he could win Anna's heart. He kissed her possessively. Despite being contractual lovers, both were prey to their desires, and after a passionate night together, they spent the entire night entwined. The next morning, Jason received a call from Cora and told her that Anna was still sleeping. When Anna awoke, she warned him not to speak carelessly. However, Anna soon returned the favor, intentionally making suggestive noises during his online meeting, successfully retaliating against him. One day, while shopping at the mall, Jason and Anna unexpectedly encountered Bess, who was being embraced by an older man. To their surprise, the older man showed interest in the jewelry Anna had just purchased. Despite the store staff reminding him that the jewelry belonged to Anna, The man persisted arrogantly, claiming he was backed by Ben and threatening anyone who defied him. Anna mocked him, saying, "So my brother is letting artists engage in power for sex deals? If Mandy finds out about this, everyone is done for." The older man's expression changed drastically upon hearing this, and it was too late for him to plead for mercy. Anna promptly informed her grandmother Mandy about the incident, directly exposing Ben's misdeeds. She pointed out that Ben's actions were already destroying the group, and Mandy, who would never tolerate such behavior, showed no mercy in sending Ben abroad, effectively disowning him from the family. Driven by jealousy, Tony deliberately lured Jason into a trap, intending to use this opportunity to completely ruin him. He believed that with Jason out of the picture, Anna would naturally be his. Jason found himself in a perilous situation, but fortunately Anna, with her keen intuition, noticed in time and rushed to rescue him, leading to Tony's downfall instead, as he was apprehended by the police. Having nearly lost Jason, Anna felt deep remorse and reluctance, and finally mustered the courage to confess her feelings to him, leading them to officially become a couple. To reassure Mandy, Jason, without hesitation, brought his billions in assets as a dowry, marrying into Anna's family. Eventually, they smoothly obtained their marriage certificate and embarked on their happy life together.